What's going on, everybody? It's Student here, and welcome to another reaction video. I know I do a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh content, but first and foremost, I was a gamer, and Nintendo is one of the companies that, though they are an evil company when it comes to content creation, they do make some really good product. And I have reacted to the Switch 2 announcement trailer, and now we're going to be reacting to the Nintendo Direct. Predictions I have, I want to see more news about the Switch 2. I'm expecting a release date. Usually, with the Switch, they announced it, and then they said 6 months from now, it's going to be available. So, I'm expecting a release date. I'm expecting news about Pokemon Legends Z through A. I am expecting Mario news, obviously, but, like, I want a new 3D Mario. My friends are really hoping for Silksong, because Silksong has been in the works for like 7 years at this point. So I guess we could do that. And I'm expecting possibly Mario Kart 9 news for the Switch 2. Because in the Switch 2 teaser trailer, release trailer, we saw a glimpse of Mario Kart 9. So I'm expecting Mario Kart 9 news. So if you guys have any predictions before this react starts, be sure to put them in the comments below. And then edit that comment to see what your reaction really was. So, without further ado, let's get into the reaction. Alright, we're starting. Let's go, boys! Give me a release date for the Switch 2. Give me a release date. Give me some specs. Give me MK9. Eldrick's Legacy. Oh yeah, didn't they release the first? Yeah, they released the first 3 of I think it's Dragon Quest, and then they said they're going to release the others later on. I think this is the others of it, right? I do really like this, like, super detailed yet, like, old school RPG looking games like Octopath Traveler. I really like the feel of them. It looks so good, dude. I need to play these games. I never played these games growing up. I need to play them. Now that they have these versions out. I don't know much about Dragon Quest, though. I know it's made by Toriyama, hence the art style. Yeah, Dragon Quest 3, 1 and 2 HD remake, that's what it was. They released 3, and they said 1 and 2 is going to come later.
Hello everyone.
I think that's the order we got here in the States.
I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct.
Come on, Takahashi. Show me the goods.
Today, we'll be providing information on upcoming Nintendo Switch games. We'll also have a Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd.
There's not going to be any news for the Switch 2 until April 2nd. Dog.
What you just saw
Dog.
was Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake from Square Enix. Another character appeared at the end. What kind of adventure awaits? We hope you're
See, I don't know who that character was if it's a new character. Because I feel like a remake, you can't just be throwing in new characters.
Okay. Let's
Unless it's like cut content, you know what I mean?
Escape from dire straits.
What in the world is this?
2 minutes until oxygen 0.
Well, you might be fucked. Why are you banging against the glass when you're in space?
The latest entry in the The Somnium Files series is stirring. You are Kaname Date, a special agent with a sophisticated AI called Aiba embedded in his left eye. Your mission is to track down Iris, an internet idol who has been trapped in a mysterious escape game.
An escape
Conduct
game in
interviews to
space?
investigate Iris's whereabouts. Dive into a subject's dreams to reveal clues hidden deep within their psyche. And solve mind-bending puzzles in an explorable environment.
I mean, sure.
Everything
Sure,
you
dog.
learn will bring you one step closer to the truth. Uncover what's hidden in reality and dreams to rescue Iris. No Sleep for Kaname Date from The Somnium Files launches on the Nintendo Switch system July 25th.
Cool, bro. I've never heard of any of that.
Unleash
What you
the
just said.
supernatural.
Again,
A classic Atlas action RPG returns with remastered HD graphics and enhanced gameplay.
I don't even know what this game is.
Set in the capital city in the year Taisho 20, Raido Kuzunoha makes his living as an apprentice detective. But unbeknownst to others, he also fights alongside demons as a devil summoner. To protect the capital, Raido must investigate a series of supernatural
This looks like a game that would have been on 3DS.
cases. Fight in real-time battles alongside demons you summon. Work with your demons to strike an enemy's weak point, then follow up with a powerful attack. Cooperation.
That motherfucker
is the
just hit the
key to
shell and
victory.
say that was a weak point.
You can even turn opposing demons into allies. Demons can also be useful outside of battle. And their powers are helpful in finding solutions during investigations. Guide Raido through a series of strange incidents
I assume you're the bird who gave us a call?
as he uncovers a conspiracy that will shake the capital to its core. Raido Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army, launches on Nintendo Switch June 19th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Cool, dog.
Consume darkness.
I have never heard of any of these
With your memories
games.
gone, you have been summoned to a strange, unfamiliar world where you're greeted by a yellow orb. known
You're
as
greeted by...
Puck.
No, it's Pac. No, it's
Who
Pac.
is this spherical stranger? Moored in a
That is
mysterious,
Pac-Man.
maze-like world, your battle for survival begins. As Puck guides you on your journey, you'll delve deeper into the expansive world.
It kind of looks like a mixture of Metroid and Dead Cells. That is just Pac-Man. That is... Did they make... Did they make a roguelike out of Pac-Man?
Can temporarily fuse into the Gaia form to
What is this? You fuse with Pac-Man
consuming your
to become
prey
Robot
with resources
Godzilla.
that can then be used to enhance your
What is this game? He literally made that waka waka noise. What the fuck?
and devour enemies to survive this cruel world. Experience a dark twist on the iconic Pac-Man when Shadow Labyrinth
It
launches on Nintendo
literally
Switch July
is.
18th.
A dark twist on Pac-Man.
The rhythmic
What the
march
fuck?
begins. Remasters of Patapon and Patapon 2 are drumming onto Nintendo Switch as one bundle.
I don't know what Patapon is.
Play your drum to the beat and give different commands to the Patapon army. For example, Pata Pata Patapon advances them forward, while Pon Pon Patapon has them attack. And if you string
Okay.
together combos with good timing, the Patapons enter fever mode and get a big boost in power.
So it's like a Rhythm
The horse
Heroes
riding
game, it looks
Kingapon
like.
to the shield savvy Tatepon. Build up your battalion to take on hordes of fierce foes.
It's
Plus,
one shot
new
that
features
fucking
have been
T-Rex.
added,
What the fuck?
So you can advance to the beat of your own drum.
I mean, it seems like a charming
Patapon
game.
March 4th, when Patapon 1+2 Replay launches on Nintendo Switch, July 11th. Welcome to Zephyr Town, a cozy
What
place
is this?
nestled in a
What?
windswept valley. This is where your new life begins.
Story of Seasons.
First cropping up on the Nintendo DS system, this immersive farming and life
I
has no shortage of
vaguely
activities to get up to.
recall something called this.
Tend to your farm while growing crops and caring for animals.
Kind of looks like Harvest Moon.
Then sell your produce and other wares at the town's weekly bazaar. As bazaar sales grow, you'll help the once famous market regain its former splendor.
Okay.
You can also get to know the locals
I'd like to spend more time with you.
and maybe nurture a relationship if you find that special someone.
You can get married in the game. All right, it's
Plus,
this is
taking
like
advantage of
Harvest
separate towns'
Moon
win-win conditions
meets
can make
Stardew
travel and
Valley.
other
It
tasks
seems.
a breeze. The winds of change are coming, and your new life on the farm begins when Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar launches on the Nintendo Switch system August 27th.
Please look forward to the latest entry in the Story of Seasons series.
Okay.
Next, please take a look at this.
What are we looking at? What are we looking at here? Watch this be some silly shit like Rayman. There's somebody. Metroid. I was gonna say, I've never played a Metroid game, but it seems like something Metroid would do. We finally got some news on Metroid Prime 4. Other than just, yep, here it is. Oh, this is like actual gameplay of Metroid Prime 4.
Is the unknown planet Vuros. Here, Samus finds a verdant jungle with a colossal tree at its center. In order to survive and escape this planet that she was unexpectedly transported to, Samus must scan stone figures and other relics to carve a path forward.
Okay. I need to play the other Metroid Prime games. I've never played them.
Abhorrent alien creatures living in the jungle are waiting to strike.
What in God's grief? Okay, this game looks really sick. I'm not gonna lie, the game looks sick.
As she explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers. Psychic abilities.
I don't
These
know.
powers allow Samus to operate mechanisms.
I mean, fair enough. I was gonna say I don't know how to feel about that, but I don't think I have a right to have an opinion because I've never played any Metroid Prime game.
With the power of her mind.
I'm sorry, you can triple shot
Were these
enemies?
powers
What the
bestowed
fuck?
upon Samus?
Theros, Nantanaga, Shakaran.
And what will be her fate after being summoned to Vuros? The
What
threads
is that
intertwining
thing?
Beyond space and time are beginning to weave a new tale.
So is Prime 4 supposed to be a continuation, or just are all the Metroid Prime games like different stories? This is why I need to play the other Metroid Prime games. I don't know the story. Oh, she got a new suit? She gets a new suit. Damn. Yo, what if they go to Doomy Turnaround and just give her a shit ton of
It
suits?
looks like even more challenges await Samus. We hope you're looking forward to exploring with Samus's new.
I got some
psychic
friends who are losing their goddamn minds over this.
abilities. Okay, let's move on to some more headlines.
Ready to stir up some mischief? Once upon a time, there was a drab coffee shop that transformed into a magical potion cafe. As the newest
Disney
potion
Cafe.
Cursed Cafe, you'll craft concoctions for Disney villains and get
That's
to know
wild.
them in a new light. Mix ingredients to brew all sorts of strange elixirs. Then serve them to
I mean, that
your
is
villainous visitors,
interesting.
including Ursula and Gaston. With help from Yzma, you can upgrade your ingredients to produce some wildly wicked creations. The potions you make can influence each customer's storylines, leading to different outcomes every time you play. Who knows what mischief might happen? Disney Villains Cursed Cafe.
That could be a charming little game to play. If it's free to play, I would say I could see that being a pretty decent little game.
Binding adventure.
Yo, it's.
Welcome to Witchbrook College, where students strive to master.
I was
the
gonna say, is
magic
this like a
art.
Keys delivery service type
During
game?
class, use magic circles to perform rituals, fly on brooms, and learn advanced techniques to go from
Well, if I don't have any
witching
magic
training
and I can't
to
use a broom, do I get really
spellcasting.
jacked and can just
There's
fly
also
on a
plenty
sword?
to do outside of class. Hang out with friends at their homes. Take on various jobs to help pay for tuition. Or use the spells you've learned to craft and sell original items.
So it is just meant to be like a little
Plus, up
cozy
to 4
game.
players can make magic together in online co-op.
What?
Explore this whimsical world on
What
the road to
things could
graduation
you possibly
and
do in this
beyond.
game with co-op? I'm gonna be honest with you, brother.
Are
I
you
don't see.
ready for a spellbinding journey?
This is like
Enrollment
16-bit
begins when
witch
Witchbrook
Sims.
flies onto Nintendo Switch this holiday. Action, adventure, and arcade games await. Set off on a fantastical mission to eliminate a mysterious deity. In this hand-drawn platforming adventure, you'll explore
Dog.
the expansive archipelago where nightmares and wonder collide. Upgrade
this
your
does look
trusty
sick.
cane with magical parts. Then use its abilities to find your own path through the
That's Scrooge
adventure
McDuck.
world.
That's the
And
Scrooge
you know
McDuck
how
game.
many secrets the archipelago holds? Find out when The Eternal Life of Goldman launches on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
I really like the games where they're like
40th
hand drawn,
anniversary
like
of
enemies
Gradius
and stuff
with
like
a
that, like
collection of
Cuphead. I think
arcade
it's such a
shoot 'em up
cool
games from
thing.
across the series. Titles include Gradius, Salamander, Life Force, Gradius 2, Gradius 3.
I've never heard of
Salamander
Gradius.
2. Some titles come with multiple versions, including ones from different regions and launch years.
I've never heard of
Plus,
Gradius, but
take
I am
the
a sucker
helm in
for
a brand new
that
entry,
old like
Salamander 3.
Galaga like
Gradius
shooter
Origins
games,
launches on the Nintendo Switch system
like arcade
August
shooter
7th.
games. I'm a sucker for
Pre-orders
those.
begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Battle to the beat in Rift of the Necro Dancer. Press the corresponding buttons in each lane to fight monsters in rhythm-based combat. Keep the cadence going with epic boss battles, quirky minigames, remix stages, and global leaderboards. Plus, more
Okay, we got another
musical
rhythm
mayhem
game.
awaits in the Celeste Music Pack paid DLC. And be on the lookout for more DLC in the future. Rift of the Necro Dancer launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
Okay.
Let's see what's in store.
Oh, is this the Hello Kitty game? Yeah, this is the.
Welcome to Tamagotchi Plaza.
No, it is
a brand
not.
new entry in the Tamagotchi Connection series.
Okay.
There are stores galore. Design glasses at the eyewear shop. Polish pearly whites solo or with a friend at the dentist. And arrange plates.
They just
at the
pick up a little
afternoon tea
dude
shop.
like, here you go, bottoms up.
12 wonderful stores need your help.
I know Tamagotchi Life has like a cult following. I don't even know much about Tamagotchi Life.
In doing so, You'll get
I
to
know
meet
I am
more
gamer
Tamagotchi,
and have
making
not
the
played many
town livelier
games.
than before.
I'm working on that.
With over 100 new and classic Tamagotchi, business is sure to be booming. Get ready to set up shop when Tamagotchi Plaza launches.
I thought it was
on
gonna be
Nintendo
like, you know,
Switch, June
Tamagotchi
27th.
Life, like a remake. No, this is like a whole new thing. Okay, we do get Legend ZA news, and we get to see some of the megas. I'm trying to see if we get any new megas.
Welcome to Pokemon Legends ZA, a new title in the Pokemon series. You'll begin your adventure by choosing one of 3 partner Pokemon. The setting is this.
Cyndaquil not being there has
It
some
also
link
appeared
with
in the
Legends
Pokemon X
Arceus,
and
right?
Pokemon Y games, Lumio City. To make it easier for people and Pokemon to coexist, a company named Quasartico Inc. is carrying out an urban redevelopment plan. Here, we'll get a glimpse into the lives of the Pokemon.
That is wild that they're just like, get wild Pokemon and throw them in a city with people. That is wild.
Scattered all over town are wild zones. These areas are special environments where wild Pokemon can live comfortably, even within the city. You can catch Pokemon here. But they might be hostile. If you sense trouble, get to safety. There are Pokemon that live outside wild zones.
I do
too.
know that a lot of people were mad that it's only in one city, but this is Paris, France. Paris, France is like 40 miles in diameter. And we're on
And
foot.
Pokemon live easygoing lives in Lumio City. But when night falls,
Oh, we get.
the city's aura transforms.
There ain't no.
Skilled trainers are invited to participate in a tournament, the ZA Royale.
Okay.
Trainers await in battle zones. If you're spotted, they'll challenge you to battle.
Okay, so it looks like it's like
Strike first before being seen, and you'll land a surprise attack.
Oh, that's cheap. You can be
During
cheap
battles,
against these
using a
motherfuckers.
Super effective move at the right moment is key.
Okay.
And with Mega Evolution, some Pokemon can power up even more.
Look at him, dude.
You'll start at rank C
Megas look
and
so
work
good.
your way up to rank A.
So it's literally like you're starting from the
Trainers who
literal
reach the
bottom.
top are said to have a wish granted.
So there's no gym badges here because you're in one city. You're trying to get to the top rank.
Day and night are 2 sides to Lumio City. It seems there are even more secrets waiting to be uncovered. What will you find on your adventure? Pokemon
I don't know
Legends
what that
ZA
was. They were about to
launches
fight
on
something.
Nintendo Switch later this
They
year.
were about to fight something. They're about to throw down.
In Lumio City, where the game is set, the aura transforms between day and night.
I was gonna say there ain't no goddamn way that they're gonna say like, yeah, to counteract, you know, the hostile Pokemon, we just shut down the city at night and let wild Pokemon roam free. I was gonna say there ain't no goddamn way they thought that was a good idea.
Hello there. Boop. The game you're about to see
Is this
doesn't have a big
this
epic story,
a fucking
but what it does
Oh,
have
tone
is lots of fun
game.
little rhythm games. Boop. You wanna see? Boop.
is this?
Just press the button to jump through the ring.
There ain't no goddamn way that they made a fucking Homatone game. Well,
It sounds easy, but the timing is super tricky. Boop. Maybe you could try it in time to a rhythm.
you got 5 of these fuckers you gotta deal with.
In this game, you might do almost anything, but you'll need to do it in rhythm.
Yeah.
With practice, you might even and be able to play it with your eyes closed.
I could see that being a stream thing. Playing this game blindfolded, I could see it. Okay, so it's not just you have to control
Get into
5.
Rhythm with a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series,
Oh, this is Rhythm Heaven.
Rhythm Heaven Groove.
I might actually have to scoop this up. Unironically, I might have to scoop this game up. 2026?
That was Rhythm Heaven Groove, a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series. It includes lots of music produced by renowned Japanese musician Tsunku. What kinds of rhythms do you think you'll hear? We hope you're looking forward to it.
I used to be huge into rhythm games. What, I forget what it was. Muse Dash is the one I was like obsessed with for a while there.
Please take a look.
With game cards,
Okay.
you can put a game featuring Mario in this Nintendo Switch system
Yep.
and a Legend of Zelda game in this one,
Yep.
freely inserting the games you have on hand into any system you want.
Yeah, that's how game cartridges work.
But what if digital games could be as flexible and convenient as game cards?
No.
Well, here's what we came up with. Introducing the Virtual Game Card. In the future, virtual game cards can be used for digital games.
What are you talking about?
When purchasing the digital version of the game,
Yeah.
it will be loaded onto your system as a virtual game card, allowing
What
you
is
to
the
play that
point?
title. Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game cards on a dedicated...
What is the point of this? What is the point?
You can load and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your system.
What is even the point?
If you have 2 Nintendo Switch systems, you can eject a virtual game card from one and load it onto the second.
You know what else you could do that with? A
Now you can
fucking
play the
virtual
game
downloaded game. That's
wherever
so
and
fucking
whenever you want.
stupid.
Just as if you had inserted a physical game card. With virtual game cards, you can freely load and arrange which games you play.
Even KK
onto
agrees it's
2
fucking
systems.
stupid.
Local communication with your second system is required.
That's
but
so
only
dumb.
this time.
It's you're already getting a virtual game. You can uninstall and reinstall on the console as many times as you want.
You can also lend out virtual game cards to your Nintendo account family group members. Connect to your family group member system via local wireless when you want to lend a game. Choose the title you're lending and who you're
So if someone's on a family plan, can they already access your digital games?
And you're done.
Isn't that already a thing?
They can now play on their own system.
And if it wasn't a thing before,
You can only lend one game.
they're just doing this instead of doing that.
Games can be lent out for 2 weeks, after which they will automatically return to you. Making digital games even easier to use. Virtual game cards.
That doesn't make it easier to use. It just makes a stupid way. What?
The virtual
Am I
game
missing
card
something
feature
here?
lets you swap
Am I
games
missing
between
something?
Nintendo Switch systems, as well as to Nintendo Switch 2 systems.
I would hope so.
This feature is planned to be added via a system update in late April.
Am I missing something here? Am I missing something? Please comment down below. Because I fail to see the reason for that. Oh, wait. I saw... They're adding High on Life to the Switch. That game's gonna look like shit. It's gonna look like shit. They're gonna censor all the blood. Star Overdrive. I don't know what this game is. Looks cool though. The Wandering Village. Village on the back of a fucking dinosaur? Okay, that just looks cool. That just looks cool. King of Meat. Also don't know. Lao's Lagoon. Are these games that are already on Steam coming to Switch? Fantasy Life 1, The Girl Who Steals Time.
uncover history once more.
This is a long direct, I feel like.
An HD remaster of Saga Frontier 2 is venturing onto Nintendo Switch. Meet Gustav, the royal heir, and Will the explorer. Two heroes whose fates and legacies will intertwine across generations in this epic RPG.
Okay.
Experience the original story, along with brand new events that expand the vibrant world of Sondale.
I have no idea what this game
Plus,
is.
Team up with more characters in battle. And transfer stats to allies through the parameter inheritance system. After finishing the main story, you can test your mettle and might against even more powerful bosses. What histories will you uncover through the ages? Saga Frontier 2 Remastered launches on Nintendo Switch later today. Monumental adventures await.
We are still getting new
Peaceful
games
journeys
announced.
across this series of beautiful puzzle games.
Monument Valley. Okay, I've seen ads for this on the eShop before, like the Monument Valley. I haven't seen. I don't know what the actual game is, but I've seen.
Secrets to unfold.
I feel like I've seen Monument Valley
Lead
1
the silent Princess Ida in her quest for forgiveness, while
or something
outsmarting
similar,
the
like similar
enigmatic
character
crow
design at
people.
least.
A different journey awaits in Monument Valley 2. Guide Ro in her adventure through motherhood as she and her child unlock the secrets of the sacred geometry. Both games contain all their additional chapters, add-ons, and DLC. The first two Monument Valley games launch on Nintendo Switch April 15th.
Okay, if they weren't on the eShop already, then it was probably like on Steam or something like that. I remember seeing Monument Valley.
Help Noor on her journey to restore the world's light in Monument Valley 3, setting sail on Nintendo Switch this summer.
Dude, the chat is going insane saying Silk Song, please. Some random golf game.
Brand new entry in the Everybody's Golf series is driving onto Nintendo Switch.
I've never heard of Everybody's Golf. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. Never heard of it.
Time your button press just right and take your shot.
That was not just right. I feel like that was not just right.
Side spins and other special shots. In the single-player challenge mode, compete in tournaments and face off.
You know what the game gives me vibes of? This gives me a vibe that these characters would have been on a PSP game.
Your shots could get pulled into
That's what the...
holes, or
There's gonna be
obstacles might
somebody
in
who's
golf
like...
that's not quite
Who's like a
popular.
big fan of this franchise and is like, how dare you, and I'm just like,
Together locally,
tell me these
or in
characters
online
don't look like something that would have been like an obscure
So just
PSP
relax
game.
and get ready to tee off. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots.
Tell
lands
me
on
the
Nintendo
character
Switch
designs don't look like
this
something that would
year.
have been like in a very obscure PSP game. A new Marvel game.
Marvel's greatest superheroes in the fight against evil. Pair up two heroes from the roster of 15, including the likes of the
It's-
spectacular Spider-Man and the ferocious Wolverine. to
Okay.
take on the challenge. From close quarters combatants to aerial.
Yo, you
aces,
can play as Venom in
you can
this.
mix
Okay,
and
I'm in.
match a variety of heroes for an amazing array of possibilities.
It's like, really? Venom's all that got you interested? Venom's dope. I don't give a shit.
Take advantage of your team's strengths to overwhelm your foes.
Is this a new game or is this a remake of a game? Like with the Ninja Turtle game.
Online co-op play.
The Shredder's Revenge.
The battle for the fate of the Marvel Universe begins when Marvel Cosmic Invasion launches on the Nintendo Switch system this holiday.
It didn't say, so I guess this is a new entry. I thought it was gonna be like Marvel Rivals coming to the Switch. And I was just
where
like,
you'll
well,
battle as a tag team of
Switch gonna
different
explode.
superheroes. Next is our last game announcement.
the last game
Let's take a
announcement.
look.
Mario Kart 9. Mario Kart 9. This is not Mario Kart 9. I don't know what this is. This is not Mario Kart 9. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. These are Mii's.
How refreshing.
Is this a new Miitopia game, but they actually talk?
Hiya.
Is this this is Miitopia, right? No, Tamagotchi Life.
Living the dream.
Tamagotchi Life Living the Dream. It looked like Mii's. So we got a new Tamagotchi Life game. Why are you so big?
Did you want to talk?
Why are you so big?
Glad that was only a dream.
What is with the AI
That
voices?
was Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, the first new entry in the series in over 10 years.
That's wild. It's been
In the
10
trailer, We
years.
saw Mii characters living on an island. out
Yeah,
of
they
sight.
were me characters.
What kinds of interactions do you think they'll have? We hope you're looking
There's
forward
some, again, there's gonna be so many comments like, Tamagotchi Life has always been me characters. Well, I'm sorry. I don't see
you for watching today's
Tamagotchi
Nintendo
and
Direct
think,
so far.
oh, me characters. I think, like, you know, me Plaza and shit.
Our final announcement is something a little different that's not a game.
Okay.
Here's Mr. Miyamoto to introduce
It's
it.
not a game.
Hello, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. Thank
Come on,
you for
Shigeru.
watching today's Nintendo Direct. Since 2011, Nintendo Direct has delivered Nintendo news directly to you.
Yep.
And now, these presentations have grown into an event that many people watch.
$10 says it's gonna say
Thank
no
you
longer on
all
YouTube.
very much.
Subscription event. Subscription only
We'll
event.
continue
Mark
to
my
broadcast
words.
Nintendo Direct presentations. But we're also launching a new channel based on the concept of delivering information to you directly.
Okay.
This is a smart device app called Nintendo Today, which functions like a daily calendar. In the app, you can view different Nintendo events. We will also be delivering all sorts of content about Nintendo games and characters every day. After the Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd, news about Nintendo Switch 2 will be delivered to you daily and directly through the Nintendo Today app as well.
Okay. So long as they're
Nintendo Today
not
will be
saying like
available to download
Nintendo
on
Direct
smart
is going to be
devices
exclusively
later
on
today.
this app anymore, like if they say that
Anyone
Nintendo
with a
Direct still
Nintendo
happens
account can use the app,
on
so
YouTube,
please try it out.
and then you can get like daily news for
That's all I
anything
have to
Nintendo
share.
on the app, I'm cool with
I
that.
hope you enjoy
I'm cool
using
with that.
Nintendo Today.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
That's wild. There's some, I think, so game announcement wise, Metroid Prime 4, I think, was the biggest highlight of the Nintendo Direct. I think that this was kind of a, now I don't want to say a lackluster Nintendo Direct, because there's a lot of indie games, like indie games need publishing too. I think Nintendo used to do a indie Direct, and it wasn't as popular. So they just put indie games in normal Nintendo Directs to get a bigger audience for people to be able to get their news about it. So a lot of indie games were announced, not a lot of mainline Nintendo games. Again, Metroid Prime 4 is the biggest one. I think the second biggest one is going to be Tamagotchi Life. And the third biggest game is going to be the Kamagotchis. Now, the biggest takeaway I got is that Nintendo doesn't know how the fuck digital games are supposed to work. Because they're just, they literally were like, hey, we're going to make digital games function similar to physical games. That's not the point of digital games. The point of digital games is that they are constantly on the system. So that way you don't need the cartridge to go in and out. That's not the point. The point of a digital game is, one, you don't want the clutter of having multiple physical games. I like having physical games, because eventually these fucking servers and the eShop for the Nintendo Switch is gonna die. So that way I can constantly have my games. I don't have to buy multiple SD cards. I can just bust out the game. The other reason is that you don't have to load it into the system and find it. It is just there. And if they're trying to do this, now again, I don't know how the family plan works for Nintendo Switch. All my friends we each pay for our own subscription service if we have it. And none of my siblings have any Nintendo Switches, so there's no reason for me to get the family plan. But I would think that a family plan, if you buy a digital game, you can already have access to it. But if not already, this instead of Nintendo just saying, hey, we're doing family share with this, to where if one person in the family has a game, everybody can have access to it. They're doing a ass backwards way of doing that. Alright? They're having a ass backwards way of going around it instead of just saying, here's game share. It's so dumb. That is the dumbest thing I have seen them do with this console to date. This is dumber than having the VR capability and not releasing any VR games. This is dumber than the OLED just being a nicer screen for the Switch instead of just being, you know, the Switch Pro, a stronger Switch. This is dumber than the kickstand placement and the SD card placement on the OLED. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Oh my lord. I could literally make an entire video explaining the individual ways of just how dumb that is. But that is going to be my Nintendo Direct reaction. Let me know what you guys think about the Nintendo Direct in the comments section. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What are your thoughts on all the games being released? What is your favorite game that they announced in this Nintendo Direct? Anyway, I'm going to get up out of here. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Come below, take a video. Make sure to subscribe. Button helps me as a whole. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.